Well, morning, Dowse.
Morning.
Here we are on a Thursday.
Doing a Friday catch up on a Thursday.
Absolutely. Last Saturday, Chelmsford away, I think enough has been said about that, in all honesty. I think you spoke very honestly and openly after the game. There was just a couple of things, sort of technical things I wanted to go back to. We talked about the number of free kicks that we in the opponent's box that we're getting on the end of, but they're not being converted into goals.
It's close. I think you look at the highlights, we're getting closer and closer. And I think we've given up on penalties now, haven't we? We're not getting, handball and stuff.
That's the next question.
We were talking at the end of the game. I think, we had a lot of penalties at the start of the season with Hodge. And I don't know if people talk or referees talk or whatever, but we're not getting any at the minute when we should be getting a couple. You can see for yourself, it hit his hand, didn't it? And I don't think we'll get any rubber green like that. But it's a bit frustrating. But I had a hell of a day. I was telling. So I went to the gym. Right, I'll tell you a story here, dear. Right, I went to the gym and I woke up. I'm watching Rocky 5. Me and my son are watching Rocky 5 on the night time, and I've tried to get up and I've done my back. I've got a spasm in my back. I can't move my back. So all night I'm up taking painkillers, trying to think I cannot move and try to get through to Martin, get through to Gary Lewin. Anyway, Malcolm's gives these flicking stupid tablets, them tramadol things.
Yeah.
So I'm whacking them down as an arm, and honestly, I feel sick as you like when I get in the change room. Gary Lewin's trying to sort me back out in a spasm, and. I've started talking, as I'm talking, I feel myself going a bit. I'm thinking, oh God, I feel awful here. Absolutely. I'm trying to sing on the coach just to blink and to get my own head around everything. Like, I feel sick. And as I was talking and all that, I thought, God, I'll have one of them Richard Gem things or whatever, wine comes, just to get my mind off feeling sick. And when Ian started talking, I blinked and bit it, and my tooth come out with it. So I've had a great flicking time, haven't I? So I'm glad the game got done, which I thought a game we shouldn't have got done. Lost me flicking tooth and had a spasm in my back. Apart from that, it was a great day out, So, but it's just one of them where I feel we're getting a little bit, we should have one or two more penalties in the last couple of weeks. Free kicks, you're right. We've got to get on the end of them. Some players need a bit of love and care around the place. I do. Listen, I've sat in here all the time saying it's a results business. So if I haven't won for 5 games, the manager's got to get results. So I'm very aware of that as well. That's no problem.
Yeah. In regard to free kicks, the question I wanted to ask actually was, is it not the fact that people are getting on the end of them? Is it the delivery isn't quite right?
I don't know. I don't know what much you can do really. Where you got a lad come over and Musa's had it against the bar, and the lad's made a good save.
Yeah.
You sometimes can't do nothing about it. But sometimes I think the game beforehand, against Baffin, delivery wasn't very good. So I think there's a mixture of both. We've got we've got to do better on them, to be honest. We've got some big lads going in and all that, we'll do work on them on the training ground. So it could be a mixture, a couple of things really. We're getting a lot of balls in the box, and we have got to convert. I think the lads know that as well. And so it's a very fair question to ask, to be honest.
And the penalties thing, I remember we were sat here a good few weeks ago now saying we've had an unbelievable number of penalties in relation to the number of games played.
Yeah.
But as you said already, they seem to have dried up. And yeah, maybe it's to do with decisions, but have we stopped driving into their box quite so much?
No, because if you look at it, a Torquay game, you've got a morning who we thought was a penalty. The first one down here, it was a stone wall. When people say 50-50, it wasn't 50-50, man. Look at it. So it's a stone wall, we could have won the first half as well. On Saturday we thought it was handballs. I don't think there's much to do with that either, to be honest. I think, honest truth is, like I say, I've been here and I've always tried to say, listen, as a manager, I'm useless to everybody if I don't get results, and I haven't got many in 5 games. But I do think that we're not far away, and that's the honest thing is. I feel as though that the first half against last week against Chelmsford, I thought we controlled the game completely till the 2 lads muck up for the goal. I do, and all right, and that changed the game. Against Torquay, I thought we played very well, and against Bath City, I thought we deserved to win. But I do need to get a result. I've got that.
And you've just said again, I was about to say you were critical of certain players in the defence after last Saturday, and you just mentioned it again there. What I've got written down here, something we talked about on the way back a little bit, which is players at this level don't make mistakes deliberately. Well, players at any level don't make mistakes deliberately, but players are in this league for a reason.
Well, in this league for a reason, just like managers and outwaller, to be honest. But as defenders, the least mistakes you make, the better you are. Like a lot of people say, he's great centre half, him because he's good in the ball. But if you don't make mistakes in boxes, you're better. If you think about starting back at the Welling game, and the Slough game, and the Torquay game, in this game, imagine the back lads, how many mistakes we have made. So we just got to hope we dry up at the right times. If you dry up at the right times, we'll be fine. But you look at the Slough Town goal, blinking heck. You look at the 3 goals against Welling, we score worldy pass, move, pass, Cadogan scores great goal, and you get 2 goals from my centre half losing the header and all that, and all of a sudden a lad not went up in the box on his own and all that. And if you look on Saturday's game, the first goal and the second one's just a float crossways, got past my centre half again. So that's frustrating, but the lads know that, and we're and if you know it, there's no point going over it. We just got to make sure that the centre halves especially clear up their mistakes that they're making and all that. Get back to being solid like we have been for the majority of the season. We're the second best side in the league as we speak at this minute. We do think we'll get promoted, we do, and we just got to make sure tomorrow that we're clear up their mistakes. Once their mistakes start clearing up, then I think we'll be miles better for it.
You've mentioned also that's five games since we last won a match. 2 things. First of all, last Saturday was a really weird afternoon, wasn't it? With all the results going our way, really. Not least and perhaps most important, Welling losing as well.
It's going to get rally. It was like a morgue on Saturday, wasn't it? The whole atmosphere, I thought, from everybody and all that, because I think everybody's just waiting now. They want a big playoff game, but we aren't going to. We need another 4 points or 5 points to make sure that we're going to finish second to get the 2 home tier and all this. So still got a bit of work to do, but these games now, because Torquay's won it now, I do think there's a little bit of, but we got to get ourselves back up there again. And it was weird, but it's nobody's in form, if you like, at the minute. But I've had 2 senior. I remember when I was at Kingstonian, and we scraped on. We'd never won for 8 games, and we scraped in the last day of the season to get in the playoffs. And but in the semi-final we beat Sutton. But I remember being at Kingstonian as well, where we have cruised against second top, and we play Hornchurch. We keep on making mistakes, get beat 1-0. As long as you're prepared for the playoffs, you can't. It's a lottery, but you need a ticket. You need a ticket again in a lot of years, But the rules at the start of the season. I've got no complaints about that. You sort of, if we can finish second, have 2 home ties, good enough for anybody. So it doesn't matter what the form's like now. You got to be prepared for the playoffs, but we need another 5 points, so it's not finished with yet. So I think the lads are well aware of that. I think they're in good spirits, to be honest. We need people to be on our side, support us, to get through the line. I keep saying that. But again, I keep saying it. We sort aren't really the board problems or not the players' problems. We sort of managers' problems. I've always said that. So at the minute, I've got to get rid of my problem. Football management is no different to these crackerjacks who've gone to London all the time, collar and tie and business people and all that. They call them businessmen. That's what I call them now. Be a businessman because it looks good. Okay, so if they're a businessman and all that, and stuff like that, then they've got to solve problems. No difference as a manager. I've got to solve a problem, and that's what I'm trying to do now.
Sure. And the other thing I wanted to ask about in relation to the time since the last win, how much do you believe in momentum and form heading towards playoffs? Is it really important, or is it all on the day?
It's all on the day, 100%. It's all on the day. You want to win, and I'm not making any excuses because we lost 5 in spin. I'll take full responsibility for us not winning 5 games. Full responsibility. But it makes the odds get in the playoffs. Makes the odds at all. It's what happens on the day. As long as you've got a decent squad and your confidence isn't shot. And I don't see that at all. But it's we've had a couple of times now. It's what happens on the day. Last season happened in Richmond, winning 1-0, going to win the game, not a problem. We scoring the injury time in the second half and change the mentality of the game. It's actually what happens on the day, and you've got to be prepared to win a playoff, and then we will be. I've got no doubt about that. But the games now, are we going to make any difference? No, not really. But you've got to win them, and we get to win in ways are better against a good Concord side. Who are 7th top in the playoffs for a reason. They've done a quite good job down there, really. Got some good players who have played higher and all that, so it'll be a tough little game. But yes, we've got to win tomorrow against Concord, and desperate to win tomorrow. But that'll not have any difference what makes in the semi-final of the playoffs, I'm telling you now.
Right. And speaking of Concord, you had another little away day down to the West Country.
I had a great day. Again, it's happened in freeze. I told you about my tooth, my back sorted. I went to the dentist for my tooth, and on the way back I'm driving up the motorway, and on the way west, I'm driving down the motorway, and a blinking bird whacked me bonnet and put a big dent in my bonnet on the motorway. To put a massive dent in it for freaking land on top and went and all that, I was going to stop the car and get it and cook it, but I thought I was absolutely fuming. But so 3 things that happened, so that's what's happened at the minute. But went down there, thought it was the right thing to do. You didn't travel 10, 12 hours just to be a hero. You go back, you want information for the game, just like we went to Torquay. I went there to watch them, and I thought they were a good side, and I thought they were organised and strong side. Difficult to play against. We are. Of course, we've got faults like we all have in this league, and we've got we've got strengths and all that, So we know where we are going into the game. the lads will have all the information by tonight or tomorrow at the game, and we look forward to it. But a good strong side, but it was a bit of a grudge match as well because I got called off a week before.
Yeah.
That doesn't really bother me, but I don't think a bad side at all. The lad scored a good header. The kid, Wall, the lad up top. Obviously got like Minstrel, got Mitson and people like that. The two centre halves. I think Essien was down here. One of the lads, Sterling, and that Besant's a good lad. Kicks it for fligging miles like his dad, like, you know, and stuff like that. And so he and Bad Eva. And but like anything else, we'll look forward to a game. It'll be a good game, and hopefully we get a good crowd down here.
And having seen you in action with your strategy and planning at Torquay, I've no doubt you've got a plan for Concord which you'll impart to all the players. And I'm not asking you to reveal it on here. Yeah,
of course we've got a plan. Yeah, we'll talk about it this morning. Just been talking about it this morning. What the plan will be, what the team will be, and what the subs will be as well. And on a very hot day and all that, you know. So we've got a plan watching them, but we might change tactic, mate. We might go on 4-4-2 and all the rest of it. And you know, so there's no problems there. Like all managers have got cut them out. As long as you get the basics what to do, you sort of not going to change their style of play, and we won't change ours. So yeah, we'll have a plan how to win a game.
Right, and of course, as you were otherwise engaged on Tuesday, you missed the meeting here about the development of the ground. Just wondered if you had any general thoughts about the whole of the short-term future of the club, with moving away for 2 years and so on.
Nah, not me really. Listen, it was an exciting time. I knew a lot of people in the club have worked very, very hard about this, and I knew about that. In the board meetings, I'll leave by then. I do my football bit and I get out because it's nothing to do with me really. And 2 years' time is a long time in football, and I've always thought the only thing I've got to do is win a game on a Saturday, and that's what my job is. Doesn't matter what I do off the pitch, it's what I do on it, what make or break us. So I've got to concentrate on beating Concord. The rest of the stuff will take care of itself. But I do realise a lot of people put a lot of hard work into it to have this dream at ground, but at the same time, hand on heart, it means no to me. I've got to get and win a game of football. So what's going to happen in 2 years' time is nothing to do with me, to be honest.
Okay. I'm saving one thing till last, but just before that, you specifically wanted to do what they call on the radio, I believe, a shout out to the Woking ladies team.
A shout out, David. Hey, you're getting good, you, aren't you? Thank you. No, obviously we're trying to have a connection with the girls' teams and the boys' clubs' teams and every team's really, but the girls have done very well and went top of the league on Sunday, which is great. So if you win their 2 games, they're going to be champions, which is great. So we're playing down here Tuesday night, and obviously look forward to them winning it and getting a step closer. So if they win the next 2 games, become champions, which is fantastic. So it's free to get in. I believe in it, free of charge to get in. 7:45 kick-off down here.
Yeah.
So if hopefully we can win on Friday, we can win Monday, and it'll be a good celebration for the girls to win their 2 games in here. So shout out to the girls and come down. Massive believer in women's football as well. So fair play to them. We have got a connection with them now to come in, you know, to support the club, and we support them. So fair play to them. Good luck with them, you know.
And you have actually been and watched them play, haven't you?
Very good. I'm trying to sign them twice to play for us on Blinken Friday. So it's we've got that Crouch at the back here, isn't it? Crouchy. This left back, fleggy and heck. Honestly, she's gone shoom, like penalty pit stop, right? Long legs, they got. And she's up and down and things like that. And she's a bloody good player, her. So we've got some good players. So obviously we'll like to sign 1 or 2 of them for next season. So we'll have a mixed team next year. That's what we're going to do. So revolution, it'll be good. And I need a left back and all to take care of Casey, to be honest. So that'll be good.
Okay. And the thing I've saved till last is.
I hope this is good, David.
Well, it's up to you how good it is. We had a couple of students here filming a documentary a couple of weeks ago, and they got a story out of you that I'd never heard before, and it was all about.
David, hold on a minute. My wife watches these, you know.
It was all about something that happened in your first ever managerial job, and I think this is priceless.
Okay, struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Aye, true, absolutely true. So I was living above a kebab shop on Walton High Street, and
what was the job?
What was my job?
Yeah.
I wasn't serving kebabs.
No. It was your first ever managerial job, which was
a working man's club.
Right.
Walton Working Man's Club. Won the league, won the cups.
Right.
My first ever job. So I'm living above Walton High Street, and I haven't got a friend in the world down here. I'd split up from somebody, blah blah. And I was living there, and I thought I'm playing for Walton Hersham. I go back to Gateshead, but I thought no, I'll have a go and see this through because I knew I wanted to coach, and I thought I'd go into schools and coach and try to crack on with management. So the first thing I do, you know. I'll tell you a good thing about that, right? When they look at me, I had a floorboard like that. My first night I was in there, I slept on a bag, my training bag, right? And when I look at it now, I was living above a kebab shop, had a betting shop across the road, I did, okay? Had a Chinese there and had a pub in the corner. So if you could save a George Best one, Dowse, where did it go wrong? So, but anyway, I thought I knew how to meet people. So I knew I had to go in the area on Walton-on-Thames and meet people. And I went to a working man's club and met, and thought I'll have a few pints down on a Sunday afternoon. Remember the 12 till 2 shout where you try to have 19 pints before the bell goes. You do know that one anyway, David, don't you? Okay. So anyway, so I done that, and then I ended up met a fantastic fella called Ria Nash, who's always helped me in everywhere I've went, and ended up saying, look, yeah, we're going to start a football club up. Would you want to manage it? I thought, what else am I going to do on a Sunday? So I went to manage a football club on a Sunday, and it was great. It was a guy with 20, 30 people watching, and one day we're in Long Ditton, watching the game, and I'm standing there with Umbervella, and Ria Nash is standing there, who comes to the games here, Ria. You'll be watching this, you will. Anyway, I blink and I'm standing there, and I've got Umbervella like that. You have this fund and all that, and all the supporters, if you want to call supporters and families and friends, Ria split in the clubhouse. And I said to Ria, we can't get in there, we've got to support the lads. So everybody's like referees panicking and all that, you know. So I've got this Umbervella like this and all that, you know, and stuff, and I've got Umbervella. And obviously the lighting is hit the top of the Umbervella, went zzz, all down, and I've tried to go to Ria saying, Ria, get a hold of that. He said, F off, and all, you know. So I've got, and I'm shaking, I've went right away back, and I got an ambulance and everything, and they called us Sparky for 2 years down the club. They called us Sparky down the club, and that's the honest truth is, one of the blokes who knows I've been done by lightning, but Ria Nash was no help whatsoever because I was shaking like that. And it's weird because you're thinking, did it hurt? No, not really. I think I got a shock at coming down the metal of the Umbervella, and I went back and panicking on the floor. They got an ambulance, but I was out the next day. I think they wanted to have us checked up and all that, but I felt alright and all that, you know. So when people say that I'm daft and I'm stupid and I haven't got a brain and things like that, that's why, you know what I mean? So honestly, so that's what it's done for us. But ended up having a great time down at Working Man's Club. I'll still go down every now and again now to see all the lads. I still see him on the street corner. But people like Ria Nash have been fantastic, and I met him through the Working Man's Club. You get proper people at the Working Man's Club. If you want plumbing done or anything fixed, go to the Working Man's Club, you get it done like that, I'm telling you. So fantastic. But that's my first ever game as a manager.
Brilliant. Impossible to top that, so I'll just say thanks very much. See you tomorrow.
No, say it more. I hope everybody comes down and support me, and we're ready to get 3 points again.